Hey friends, if you are watching this video, then you are on day 2 of your math for the week. And let me tell you, this will be short and sweet because we are on the mid-chapter checkpoint. So grab your math book and open up to our mid-chapter check starting on page 721. To start, we're going to review some of these vocabulary words from our box: angle, point, polygon, and right angle. A blank is formed by two rays that share an endpoint. So I'm going to draw a ray. If you remember, a ray goes on and on and on in one direction, as shown by the arrow. And it has an end point as shown by what I like to call the little stop sign at the end. But when we join two of these rays together, as I just did, we get the space in between right here, and that's called the angle. So I think I just shared the answer. An angle is formed by two rays that share an endpoint. So number 1, our answer is angle. And if you watched my other videos last week, there are different kinds of angles. We talked about angles like I drew up here in the corner that shows a perfect 90-degree angle. It's a perfect corner. We call that a right angle. And then there are angles that pinch in a little smaller. We'll draw one of those such that it's kind of pinching in, so that would be less than a right angle, and it's called an acute angle. And then we have some angles that open up wider than 90 degrees, and those angles are called obtuse. They are greater than a right angle. Number 2, a blank is a closed plane shape made up of line segments. So it is a closed plane shape made up of line segments. So closed, we know what that means. It's not open, but closed. So all of the sides are connected. Plane shape means that it's just a flat shape on paper. And line segments tell us that they are straight. So that could be a shape such as a triangle, because it has all straight sides and it is closed and it is a plane figure. It could also be a square, has all straight sides, is closed, and is a plane figure. Forgot what I was saying. Then we have those 5-sided shapes that we learned about, pentagons. Then here's a 6-sided shape, a hexagon. Here's a 7-sided shape if you were curious what one looks like. You want to see a 12-sided shape? Starts to look really close to a circle, because you have to really make a lot of obtuse angles so that you can keep them straight and connect them all. But anyways, when we create all of these different shapes, there was one particular name we learned in this chapter so far that could be used to describe all of those shapes. And if you know it, shout it. I won't hear you, but I'll sense your good vibes. It's a polygon, okay? And a blank forms a square corner. So for instance, I'm going to take my square polygon and I'm going to show how we can make a square corner within a square because it has a particular type of angle. And I did that up here when I made the angle. You can see where I am back up in the top left corner, moving my mouse around. But when we do that, it makes a perfect 90-degree right angle. There we go. I just filled it in blue. Fill this one in blue too. All right. what kind of angle is that when it is a perfect 90-degree angle? Well, it is a right angle. It's just right. Think of Goldilocks. She wanted the porridge that was just right. It was perfect. Okay, moving on. 4, 5, and 6, we needed to tell about the angles, whether they are less than a right, greater than a right, or if it is a right angle. And if you learned the more mathematical terms last week with me, feel free to use the terms acute, and we also learned obtuse for those angles that are greater than 90 degrees. Or perhaps we'll have a just right angle. So if we look at number 4, it is a triangle because it has 3 sides, and where the blue rays are showing us down in this bottom right corner, it forms an angle. Now when I look at that angle, I can even use my hands, and it looks like it's pinching in. It is not a perfect corner. So that tells me this is acute. It is acute, or you could say less than, because maybe you were following the directions more and not using those new words that we used. So number 5, we have a quadrilateral shape because it has 4 sides to it. So that's what we call a 4-sided figure. And if you look in the top left-hand corner, I see a teeny tiny little square symbol, and that indicates to me that we have a just right angle. So it is a right angle. And on number 6, we have a pentagon, a 5-sided figure. And when we look at this angle, it is opening up wide. So when we have an angle opening up wide, it is greater than a right angle. So I'm going to say greater than, but that also is obtuse. I'm going to shrink this down a little bit. Whoa, not that small. All right, so that angle in the pentagon is greater than a right angle, or we could call it obtuse. In fact, all 5 angles within the pentagon are obtuse. Okay, number 7 through 9, we need to write the number of sides and the number of angles, and then give a name to the polygon. So if we look at number 7, the number of sides it has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. So if it has 6 sides, it's also going to have 6 angles. Just to show you, we'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And actually, I did that one backwards. I did it on the outside. Get rid of those. Let me try that again. So we have this one angle here, which is obtuse, obtuse, acute, and then this one goes actually all the way around there. That is obtuse, and then acute and obtuse. So there are 6 angles. So what do we call a 6-sided shape? Remember, I gave you that hint. Think of the X in 6 and the X in hex. So this is none other than a hexagon. All right, on number 8, let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides, which means it's going to have 4 angles, just to check. Obtuse, acute, acute, obtuse. Now, what do we call any 4-sided shape? At this point, I always have a lot of friends that want to shout out square, rectangle, because that's the most common 4-sided figures we know. Well, this is not a square. This is not a rectangle. You might know the specific name for it. We are going to learn that in another lesson. But for any 4-sided figure, we call it a quadrilateral. Big, long, fancy word. Quadrilateral. Think of a quad when you go riding on a quad or 4-wheeling. A quad has 4 wheels. But just in case you were wondering, this is also called a trapezoid. That's its special name. Okay, and then the last one here, counting the sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it has 5 sides, it has 5 angles. 1, 2, 3, really big one, 4, and a perfect corner, 5. I didn't make that one perfect, but anyways, 5 angles. So what do we call a 5-sided shape? We think of that government building of ours. Pentagon, the Pentagon. This shape doesn't actually look like our Pentagon building, but it's still the name we give a 5-sided shape. So let's turn the page. This is the exciting part because it's the last page. All right, number 10, Anne drew the shape at the right. Is her shape an open shape or a closed shape? Well, unless your eyes are closed, I'm pretty sure you can tell me what kind of shape this is, open or closed. Let's see, I'm going to start and trace the line segments. If it's closed, I should start and stop at the same point. So, my friends, if your eyes were open, you would see that this is a closed shape. No tricks about it. Good job, Anne. All right, number 11, go deeper. This sign tells drivers there is a steep hill ahead. Write the number of sides and the number of angles in the shape of the sign. Then name the shape. So, you've probably seen some road signs when you've been driving along. Maybe not recently if you've been sticking at home, which is a good thing. But if we look at this sign, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to it. So, write the number of sides. We're going to say 4 sides. If a shape has 4 sides, shout out how many angles it has. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 4. It has 4 angles. And if a shape has 4 sides and 4 angles, what is that special name we give it? Now, this actually has a very special name because all of the sides are the same and it has all right angles and opposite sides are parallel. So we, yes, would call this a square, but there's another name for any 4-sided figure. It's that really big long one that starts with a Q, a quadrilateral. And just for fun in parentheses, I'll put square because you're not wrong. Okie dokie, moving on, number 12. Why is this closed plane shape not a polygon? Come on, guys, why isn't this poor guy a polygon? It's flat on our paper, it's closed up. Why is it not a polygon? This is where I would love to see your hands raised in class and have you answer and share your wonderful thinking. But instead, I'm going to read your minds right now and know that you're thinking, Mrs. Jockel, this is not a polygon because it's curved. It does not have straight line segments. Okay, so it has curved paths, not straight line segments. All right. You see how I have to try to have fun with myself because I'm literally just talking to my computer like all day long. My neck and back are starting to hurt. Oh, okay. So number 13, Sean drew a shape. Tricky one. Sean drew a shape with 2 fewer sides than an octagon. Which shape did he draw? So right now we need to be thinking of an octagon. And how many sides an octagon has. While you're thinking of that, I'm going to pull up my little shapes and draw an octagon. Here's an octagon. So an octagon has how many shapes? You might know what this is. I want you to stop and think. What? There we go. All right, so an octagon has how many sides? Well, if you said 8, you were correct. Whoop, didn't realize that was still capitalized. Okay, so an octagon has 8 sides, so we're looking for a shape that has 2 fewer sides than an octagon. So let's do our math, boys and girls. 8 minus 2 equals what? If you were thinking 6, congratulations. So now we need to think, what do we call a 6-sided shape? 6, a hexagon, that is. Excellent. Excellent. Or excellent, since Easter's coming up. Okay, number 14. John drew a polygon with 2 line segments that meet to form a right angle. 2 line segments that meet to form a right angle. Circle the words that describe the line segments. Okay, so let's see. We don't know what polygon he drew because it doesn't say how many sides they have. So let's see. He has 2, whoop, that's a ray. I don't want a ray. I just want my line segments. So he drew a polygon with 2 line segments that meet to form a right angle. So that means part of the shape has to look like that, okay? Now we don't know if the shape is just a triangle and maybe there's just one more side, or maybe this is a square, or maybe it's just something, wacky altogether. Not quite sure of that, so we don't need to focus on that part. We just need to focus on the fact that it has 2 segments that come together to create a right angle. So, are they intersecting? Remember from yesterday's lesson that intersecting means that they cross. And if I continue our lines, they do cross over. So these are intersecting. Are they curved lines? Whoop. No. Are they parallel lines? Think of the L's in parallel. No, because these lines do cross over. Are they perpendicular? Remember that fancy word? Perpendicular means the lines create a perfect right angle. So yes, these are perpendicular. All right, guys, so that technically ends our math lesson for today, our mid-chapter checkpoint. It would be a good idea to kind of go back through and look over the first 3 lessons, actually first 4 lessons, maybe even hop on Study Island and, find a lesson that has to do with our shapes and lines and angles. You could even go on to some of the other math websites that are listed as extra resources just to practice identifying shapes. What I want to do real quick with you before I head off is play a little math facts game, because it's also important to be practicing your math facts. We, at this point, boys and girls, probably would have finished our 0 through 9's multiplication fast math, where we would have timed ourselves for 3 minutes and completed 50 multiplication problems. And then we'd be getting ready to do our timed division test. But it's always good to practice all of our math facts. So I just chose multiplication since that's what we focused on, for most of our time in 3rd grade. Now this website is listed on your assignment sheet as an additional resource. It's mathplayground.com. And there's different games that you can play. It's really kind of fun that you can practice multiplication, division. There's even adding and subtracting. And there was even a shapes one. You just have to go back a couple screens. I've never played this multiplication snake game, so I think I want to try this and see what it's all about. So I just thought you guys could watch for a couple minutes and practice along with me. If you'd like to actually play the game, then you could hop on yourself. Okay, so the snake grows longer and longer with each number it eats. Okay, so you can choose the multiplication tables that you want to practice. So we know our 2s through 9s rather well. I mean, you could even add 10s on there. Select the speed of the snake. I'm just going to go normal because I've never done this. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens here. So what do I do? 3 times, oh gosh, what do I do? 6 times 11. Oh, and then, whoa, what's my snake doing? I don't understand. 3 times 11 is 66. Oh, I have to use my mouse to click where I want them to go. Oh, man. Okay, so then 9 times 11, guys, 99, so I need to get them to go down here. Oh, man, I missed it. I'm terrible at this. Come on. Oh, my goodness. Don't judge me. Sorry, guys. Whew. Okay. 4 times 11 is 44. Okay, I don't know why I picked this game. This is hard. Oh my gosh. All right, 9 times 7. So you have to go in order down at the bottom with the facts. 63. Oh boy, how am I going to get to 63? Okay, 2 times 7 is 14. Thank God I hit a wall there. Wow, this is challenging. I can't imagine if he was going any faster. Ooh, we would be in trouble. All right, 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, got 28. 5 times 7 is 35. Okay, wow, now there's more numbers. 5, this is hard because you have to look at the bottom too. 5 times 11 is 55. Of course, they put it like way hidden here. Okay, and then 9 times 11 is 99. Got to get to the 99. Now I'm kind of getting the hang of this. You guys are probably laughing at me right now. Tell you what, try it. It's hard. Ah, missed it. Oh gosh, what happens? You run into yourself. I think I'm kind of stuck. Oh boy. Okay, so I think I had to start over. Wow, that game was very hard. Can I go back and play something else? Oh, I feel like my son, when he's watching all those YouTube videos of people playing like Fortnite and stuff, and then they're like yelling at the game when they do really bad. I'm going to do penguin jump because I just think that sounds a lot happier. Okay, so don't let your penguin pal take a dive. Quick, what's 7 times 5? This one might have some sound to it. All right, so let's play. Play your name. Let's just go Jockel. All right. I don't know what this is all about. I guess, oh, you might play against other people? Yikes. Play now. All right, I'm the yellow penguin here. So root for me, guys. Let's start the game. Times 7 is 7. 2 times 7, 14. 3 times 7, 21. 4 times 2, 8. Does everyone hop in the water? 3 times 3 is 9. 8 times 1 is 8. So much better. 10 times 1 is 10. He's catching up. 5 times 8 is 4. 9 times 4, 36. 5 times 3 is 6 times 5. 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. Come on, guys. 3 times 6, 18. Oh, you see over here, they're following me. Okay, 1 times 12 is 12. 8 times 2 is 16. 9 times 5, 45. I wonder what happens when you get one wrong. Should I do it? All right, let's do it. 5 times 6. Oh, okay, I just dove in the water. All right, 5 times 6 is 30. That just slowed me down. 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 2 is 2. Where's the end? 11 times 3 is 3. 11 times 8 is 8. Oh, here we go. 1 times 9 is 9. And finish. Winner! All right, look at that. Wait, how come I'm in second? Nobody beat me, did they? Oh, maybe it's just from other, maybe it's just like the top scoreboard. Maybe somebody did beat me and I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. All right, well, that wasn't so bad. Let's check out one more game. Oh, I don't know. What should I do? Not that multiplication snake, that was hard. How about monster multiplication? Practice your multiplication facts. Don't let the monsters fade away. Okay, so here's, I think, where you're just picking up facts you want to practice. I'm going to do 2 through 10. Let's, ooh, 5 times 1. 2 times 7. 4 times 7. 5 times 10 is 50. 10 times 3 is 30. 8 times 11 is 88. 9 times 5 is 40. 10 times 1 is 10. Am I multiplying monsters, I guess? 6 times 7 is 42. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 5, 20. 6 times 12? What? How would they throw that one on there? Okay. Look how it makes a monster face on the screen. Well, that was a little creepy, but not so bad. All right, guys. So, yeah, hop on and play some multiplication games. Practice your facts. Hey, guys, don't forget to be doing a specials class each day, or maybe save it all till Friday if you want to get all of your other work done. But make sure you're checking out the Unified Arts assignments each day through their Google Classroom. You are expected to complete art, gym, library, music, and what did I forget? Computers. I guess because I'm so used to being on a computer. All right, guys, I miss you all. I hope you are doing well. Please reach out if you need anything. Even if you just like to do a quick little video chat to say hello. I'll try to set something up for whoever's available, maybe later this week, or maybe, Friday night. We could all get in our jammies and have some popcorn and just chat about our week. But otherwise, I will be in touch and we'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.